What's good, fight fans? It's Ashley's Corner, and I gotta show this article real quick first to let everybody know this is an updated article. Came out today, Christmas Eve, and you see what the title of it is. I'm ready to take over the welterweight division. Wow, Danny Garcia, we sick of you, dog. We are sick of you, Danny. He says the same shit every time a camera's in his face. Every time an interview's given to his ass. And they ask him, so what about, what's your plans? This, that, and third. I'm about to do this and I'm about to do that. I'm about to, take over the welterweight division. You've been saying this shit for 2 years. You haven't taken over nothing. Actually, you got your first L. You lost your title. What are you taking over? He said that he's gonna start the year 2018 off with a bang. What bang is that? Brandon Reels? I remember when I done made my share of videos about Danny Garcia. And I was saying I wasn't going to make another video about how crazy and deranged he is. But I am now because his ass is still saying the same shit. I remember when I made a video about him before the Brandon Rios fight was announced. And I said I think it's word going around that he's going to fight Brandon Rios next. This dude came in my comment section saying I'm a Rican, saying that he was a Puerto Rican, and he said I'll feel straight up disrespected if he takes that fight. Well, he's fighting Brandon Rios. Brandon Rios, he's fighting him next year. Okay, it's going down. Your boy Danny Garcia is fighting Brandon Rios, and he thinks it's something. He thinks it's a great way to kick off the year. I honestly think after he fight Brandon Rios, he gonna be waiting to fight Keith Thurman just like Sean Porter. Y'all got y'all whole careers on hold for another motherfucker, for another man. You might as well just keep fighting, keep building your legacy. But Danny Garcia, oh my gosh, bruh, really, bruh. You haven't even said, this motherfucker, Danny Garcia is the worst when it comes to ducking. I'm sorry. Out of this whole Earl Spence fiasco, he's ducked him the worst because he's the only one acting like he doesn't exist. I don't think I've heard him say Earl Spence's name in the last 8-9 months. I don't think I've heard him even say his name after Earl Spence called him out. He didn't say shit. Y'all are delusional. He didn't say there is no such person as Earl Spence Jr., yo. How? If Danny Garcia keeps saying he gonna take over the welterweight division, he got called out almost a year ago, didn't say shit. You couldn't hear a pin drop on his side after he got called out. He didn't say shit. And everybody in the interviews, I swear he's paying all the people off in the interviews. Oh my gosh. Somebody from the Boxing Voice, somebody from Dante's Boxing Nation, even fucking Fight Hype. Somebody get that man and ask him why he did not say shit when Earl Spence called him out. Why? I honestly think he don't think the man exists. For him to keep saying he's gonna take some shit over and it's already been taken over. Where you been at? Keith Thurman been took over the welterweight division. He been took it over. That's why you stepped up and lost your belt and took your L. He been took it over. But beyond that, other fans think that Earl Spence has already taken over the welterweight division. Either one of them men, they're not you, Danny. Why do you keep saying the same shit? He think, this is a good fight in between him and Brandon Rios. I think it's going to be a slug match. I think he's going to have something to prove. Danny Garcia. As in, he's not going to box Brandon Rios, even though he should. He's probably going to slug it out with a slugger, because Brandon Rios is not a great boxer at all. I mean, Danny Garcia isn't a great boxer, but he's a whole hell of a lot better than Brandon Rios. And I bet both of them are just going to walk straight forward to each other and just try to slug it out. And I believe Danny Garcia is going to win this match, but Brandon Rios, when it comes to you playing into Brandon Rios' strengths as far as slugging it out, you might get touched up too, Danny. I'm not saying you're going to lose the fight, but you might get touched up. Danny Garcia is known for taking fights where he know that he's just going to look good. He's all about looking good during fights, no matter who the name is. I mean, in the past, he's fought good names, but they were way beyond their prime. They were old. They were on their way out the fight game, and he got those W's on his resume. So his resume looks good from the outside eye, but this man always pick fights where he can look good, and he don't really pick tough fights. So when he stepped up and picked a tough fight, as in Keith Thurman beat that ass. Everybody knew Keith Thurman was going to beat your ass, Danny Garcia. Everybody knew it. If y'all fight again, he going to beat you worse, if you ask me. You can't box with Keith Thurman, Danny. You can't. You don't have enough skills to outbox Keith Thurman. You might as well just, I don't know, yo. You just go down and wait, or just stop talking shit. Stop saying that you're gonna take over anything, bruh. And you talked all that shit about Bud Crawford. I was this and I don't think I ain't never been on anybody's top pound for pound list, but Bud is. I think Danny cried too much. Go back down to 140 and take over, become undisputed like Terrence did. That maybe somebody would put you in their top 5. I still don't think they would, but it is what it is. Terrence Crawford is about to be 147. What about him? You plan on taking him over too? He's a welterweight. So this man, Danny Garcia, is about to take over the welterweight division. That means he's going to take over Keith Thurman. Danny Garcia is going to take Keith Thurman over. He's going to take Terrence Crawford over. He's going to take Errol Spence Jr. over. Hell, he's going to take Sean Porter over. Bull fucking shit. Bullshit, dog. The only thing cold Danny Garcia got is that fucking shape up. Ain't nobody, you ain't doing shit, bruh. And I already know you ain't fighting Errol Spence Jr. I already know you ain't gonna say shit or nothing. I already know it. I mean, I done chalked that shit up my last 2 videos, but I still had to say what I wanted to say about your ass. But at the same time, everybody else that think Errol Spence Jr., you might get the taste out your mouth. That fight is never going to happen. Ever. I don't think you have to pay Danny Garcia $10 million. Just like Keith Thurman said back in the day, you had to pay me $10 million to fight that man. You have to pay Danny Garcia $10 million to fight Errol Spence Jr. It's not gonna happen. I'm just a little crazed right now, a little bit though. Just why is everybody not wanting to fight Errol Spence, but they'll fight Keith Thurman? Like, what the fuck are y'all on right now? Danny, listen. I said it in the video before, if you had the gonads to fight Errol Spence Jr., you really thought you could win that fight. And if you did, and you got that IBF strap, Keith Thurman would have made you priority number 1. He would have. But since you don't, he's going to put you on the back burner with everybody else. I honestly think out of the fight with you and Sean Porter, I think he should pick you to fight again because it was a tougher fight against Sean Porter. But I don't think he's going to do that. Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman ain't thinking about you. He's not. And more than that, I think you just need to go on with your career. Stop worried about Keith Thurman. Definitely stop saying stupid shit. Like you said, you are on Pluto right now, trying to say that you're going to fucking take over the welterweight division. When you said it last year, it was a fucking laugh. Now you saying it again, and you saying that you're going to kick off the year right. You're not kicking it off right with Brandon Rios. I mean, I'm not saying no disrespect to Brandon Rios, but come on, man. Like, people ain't going to respect that fight. And he don't give a fuck. Like, I think all they do is pump this man up. For real. Like, his head got to be pumped up to 1,000 for him to take a fight. And he got to know that he's going to be the victor at the end before he even signs a contract. Like, bruh, that should be with anybody. You should already know that you're going to win. Especially if you think you're going to take over a whole division this year. This is the year, huh? 2018 is the year. And where's the Danny Garcia fans at? Does he have any more fans? Does he though? For real. After him not saying shit about Errol Spence and all this bullshit, does he have any fans left? That's what the title of the shit should have said. It shouldn't have said I'm gonna take over the welterweight division. It should have said 2018. I plan on getting my fans back. But nah, man, I'm so done with this, yo. I'm so done with Danny Garcia. I always like to subscribe to the channel, man. Jesus, yo, shit's crazy.